Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Scano's Garden, where the more we know, the better we grow. Zone 6, Urban Gardening. Absolutely beautiful morning here in the Gem City. We're getting towards July, and our gardens are coming along, and we're looking real good. Everything's nice and green. So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick because we've been debating about it a little bit, earlier. And what am I talking about? Pesticide versus your organic, insect repellents. And it's simply like this. We can debate about it all day long, but guess who ain't debating? While me and you sitting here talking about or trying to figure out the best organic repellent or the very best whatever repellent, or should we use this repellent or that repellent at all, Mr. Caterpillar and Mr. Bug and Mr. Ant, they not playing. They at your shit, and they got one thing to do, and that's to survive and reproduce. And they don't have long to do it. And to do that, they got to mess up your stuff. And you got me fucked up. I didn't do all this and germinate my seeds and work all that hard for them to come out here and do their thing at my expense. And I know you feel the same way. So I'm going to tell you something like this, especially if you're in the city and you're urban gardening, before you worry about a bunch of what pesticides you're going to use, if you're going to use one, there's a lot of other environmental issues that are much more to worry about or harmful that we need to worry about than that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Mr. Caterpillar, he not playing at all. And you don't want him to come marching along up in your shit. And you don't want the lady moths and butterflies. Yeah, they look cool and they look nice and all that. But what they're doing is they're flying through real quick and then they're laying eggs. And it only happens in a quick second. So they're laying eggs on your stuff. And then what happens is the larvae grows up and it starts from the bottom right up under here. That's where they like to be at. And they start eating holes through your stuff. You feel me? And then here comes Mr. Ant on a lot of your flowers. And a lot of people say, and I'm sorry, you guys, that's good. This might take a second, but it's real important. So I want you guys to know this. So that way you can get a good grasp and understand yourself and then start fighting those pests. Because I've seen a lot of pictures, a lot of people's gardens. They have holes in them. Things are happening. Bugs are coming, blah, blah, blah. They're scared to use this pesticide or that pesticide. And the whole time, the garden is steadily getting ate up. You feel me? By Mr. Caterpillar, Mr. Ant, and Miss Moth and her larvae and all that stuff. So, I use a pesticide sometimes. Yes, I'm all about organic gardening. Everybody knows that. But sometimes I need a little help. Just like when the police be like, 459, I got it so it's already, but when they need some help back up. I need some backup, and sometimes you do too, especially here in the city. Because if you're here in the city, we're battling a lot of bugs and different things that other people aren't, especially when you're urban gardening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you need to go out there and drown your things in pesticide or this or that, but what I do use a pesticide. I like to make me a squirt bottle of it, and what I do is, let me set this right there. What I do is I make the squirt bottle of it, and I just like to use it like in the evenings and kind of like in the mornings. Let me scoot that over there. Early morning, get up under there, get your squirt bottle, get up under there and give it a little squirt. That's it. And for about a half a week, 4 or 5 days, that'll help you and keep bugs and pests away. Using organic things are great, but let me tell you something. You got to really get out there and use them every day, for one. For two, they dissipate fast. You know what I'm saying? And for three, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they dissipate fast. And for three, yes, they've been around for a long time and they do work. But guess what? Those bugs and stuff been around a long ass time too. You know what I'm saying? And they've learned this works, so coffee grounds works for this bug, but not that bug. Or so-and-so works for this bug, but not that bug. And you got a million, billion, trillion bugs trying to do something. You feel me? We ain't got time for that. I know I don't here at Scano's Garden. So get you some pesticide. Don't be scared of it. Your plants and stuff do a natural flush. Like if you're growing cannabis or something like that, how you flush it the last 2 weeks, your plants do a natural flush. You're not going to have all this junk and stuff inside you or on your plants. All you're doing, you're giving it a quick squirt so it can help keep away pests. Yes, I know we would rather stay organic, but sometimes you just need a little more help. And don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to do it at all. Oh, and back to those ants, because I might have got off the subject. When you see those ants in your flowers and things like that. People say they're natural pollinators and blah, blah, blah. That's not true. You feel me? And I'm just going to keep it real. It's not. Ants do something. Most of your species of ants secrete something off their bodies. And whatever that secretion stuff is, I ain't going to get into the scientific part of it. Y'all know that ain't me. But whatever that is, it kills the pollen on contact. So when you see the ants running from flower to flower, nah, they ain't pollinating. They're destroying. So we also have to combat those ants. When you see those ants all in your watermelon or all in your squash or all in your anything that flowers, your everything, your peppers, your cucumbers, and you see them ants going all in the flower, they are doing more harm than they are doing good. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. I want you to get you a repellent, and I want you to use it sometimes, especially if you're in the city. Most of us have a trash can, all kind of stuff that attracts bugs within 100 feet. This is Scano's Garden. Keep gardening, keep growing. Use a little bit of repellent as your backup muscle if you need it. That's all I'm saying. If you need it, use it and don't be scared. Follow, like, and subscribe at Scano's Garden. Keep gardening, keep growing. Y'all have a wonderful day. Scano's Garden, out.